When you think of K pop, you probably think of catchy songs, insane choreography, and groups like BTS. But what if I told you K pop isn't just about music? It's actually one of South Korea's most powerful global tools. This isn't just entertainment anymore, it's influence. Because over the past decade, K pop has gone from something niche to something that's shaping global culture on a daily basis. First, let's talk about the scale. K pop is everywhere. We're talking billions of views on YouTube, global tours, and fan bases in over 100 countries. According to the Korea Foundation, there are over 178 million K pop fans worldwide. That's not just a music genre anymore, that's the global movement. And the crazy part about it is that it didn't happen by accident. K pop is actually built on a really structured system. Companies like Hybe don't just find artists, they train them. We're talking years of training singing, dancing, media training, even learning languages. So by the time idols debut, they're not just performers, they're basically global brands. And that's where things get interesting. This is where the idea of soft power comes in. Soft power is basically when a country influences others through culture instead of force. And K pop really does that well. Because people don't just listen to the music, they start engaging with Korean culture. They watch Korean dramas, they buy Korean skincare, and they even start learning the language. So K pop becomes this gateway into everything else. And that's what makes it so powerful. It shapes the way people see South Korea without them even realizing it. That's influence. But there's also another side to this, because the same system that creates this global success is also really intense. There's strict contracts, limited freedom, and a lot of pressure to maintain a perfect image. Reports from the sources like The Guardian have pointed out how demanding the industry can be, and honestly, it kind of changes the idea of how authentic it is, because what the fans see as real is often a really carefully managed image. So the question becomes, is K pop's global success really worth it? On one hand, it's incredible. It's helped South Korea become one of the most culturally influential countries in the world. But on the other hand, it has come at a cost, especially for those people inside the industry. Personally, I think K pop is one of the most fascinating examples of how culture can be used strategically. But I also think it's important to recognize what's happening behind the scenes, not just what we see on stage. Something else that's really interesting is why K pop works so well globally. It's not just music, it's how the entire experience is designed. K pop is built to be shared. Songs are catchy and repetitive, choreography is made to go viral on platforms like TikTok, and idols are consistently interacting with fans online. So fans don't just listen, they participate. They stream songs, vote in awards, create content, and basically become a part of the promotion system. And that's something that's really different from the Western music industry. K pop fans are extremely organized and active, which helps push content even further globally. So, in a way, the fans themselves are a part of South Korea's soft power strategy. And I think that's what makes K pop so effective. It turns audiences into communities and communities into global influence. A really strong example of all of this working together is BTS. BTS didn't just come and become popular because of their music. Their success is also tied to how they connect with their audience and how their content is distributed globally. They've built one of the most dedicated fan bases in the world, known as the Army. And what's interesting is that this fan base is extremely active. Fans don't just listen to their songs, they stream them repeatedly, organize voting campaigns, translate content into different languages, and promote BTS across social media platforms. So, in a way, the fan bases themselves become part of the marketing system, helping BTS reach audiences that traditional media wouldn't be able to access. And this is where K pop becomes really different from the Western music industries. The relationship between artists and fans is much more interactive and community driven. BTS also represents how K pop connects to soft power. They've spoken at the United Nations, partnered with global brands, and are often seen as representatives of South Korea on an international level. Because of them, a lot of people were introduced to the Korean culture for the first time. Whether it's through music, language, or even social values, they promote in their messaging. At the same time, their image is carefully managed. Even though they appear authentic and relatable, they also are still part of a larger entertainment system that shapes how they present themselves in the public. So BTS shows both sides of K-pop. On one hand, they demonstrate how powerful K-pop can be in building global influence, but on the other hand, they also highlight how structured and strategic that success really is. At the end of the day, K-pop isn't just music. It's a carefully built system of culture, strategy, and global influence, shaping how millions of people see South Korea without them even realizing it.